What about your husband, Mike? When did he come into your life?
Okay, I'm proud of the story, but it's a funny story. So I've always been a goal setter. In fact, I love your book, The Dream Manager, but always been a goal setter. My father raised us to set goals, and my girlfriends probably thought I was an idiot. One Thursday night, had been at school, had been working, ready just to go out and have some fun, loved to dance. Called a girlfriend, said, "Hey, you want to go meet at the little hole in the wall, bar by Baylor University called Outer Limits?" And as we're driving up to the bar, I see this really cool looking yellow Jeep. And I'm like, I'm going to meet whoever. This is my goal setting to an extreme, right? I'm going to meet whoever drives that yellow Jeep. So we're sitting there, and it wasn't even about drinking. It was just about having fun, laughing, and dancing. We love to dance. So this cute guy walks up and says, "Would you like to dance?" And I said, "Well, only if my girlfriend can dance with us because we're here kind of alone. I'm not going to leave her sitting here." He says, "Okay," brings his two buddies over. So then the five of us dance the rest of the night. Walks into my car, and guess who walks to the Jeep? Mike. So there you go.
It's the yellow Jeep man.
It's the yellow Jeep man.
How long did you date before you got married?
Dated about 4 years.
Okay.
And then kind of, decided he moved to California, was running a corporate franchise for one of our franchise companies for my father. And I was left behind in Waco and, thought maybe I should date some other guys and just, see if Mike's really the one for me. At the end of the day, I ended up getting pregnant before marriage. So I was a faithful Catholic girl until about 26. And then, yeah. So I called Mike and said, "You are going to marry me, right?" So we got married, and here we are today, celebrating our 32nd anniversary with two amazing children and now 3 grandchildren.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was Mike working for your dad when you met him, or that happened after you met him?
No, he was actually attending TSTC, a technical college in Waco, when I met him. And then, of course, my father was a great recruiter of my boyfriends. So when he finished school, got his HVAC license, my father recruited him to come to work for our Rainbow International. It's a carpet restoration and cleaning company. Back then, it was carpet dyeing and cleaning. So yeah, he came to work after we met.
And what did your dad think of Mike the first time you met him?
I think he liked him.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid of work. So my father loved people who weren't afraid of work.
And what about your mother? What was her first impressions of him?
I think it was good.
Yeah.
Not a negative word came out of her mouth. And I think, it's interesting. Back in those days, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of that. And I said to my mom, "How did you let us just go and do the things we did?" And she said, "Look, I did the best I could to raise you in a Catholic environment, and then just had to pray you're going to make good decisions, knowing that you weren't going to always make great decisions. So I'm just going to trust your decision making, and you learn from the mistakes you make." So I think she felt good about Mike because I felt so good about Mike.
Yeah.
He was on my goals list too.
Yeah,
I said that already, but I literally had it on the dream list: handsome, ambitious, blah 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 guy. And
yellow Jeep.
I got him.
What 32 years marriage? What advice would you have for a young couple just getting married today?
Boy, marriage encounter. Today they offer programs right before marriage. In fact, I think we're required in the Catholic Church now to go through marriage prep, and I think Dynamic Catholic's got an amazing program that I wish I would have had when Mike and I were getting married. So I would say go through the program, go through Dynamic Catholic's marriage prep program, because it's critical to really get to know each other before you get into your marriage, and then continue that. So one of the best things Mike and I have done for ourselves, we did go to marriage encounter early in our relationship. We ran into some trouble in our relationship and went to marriage encounter, and it helped us learn how to communicate better with one another. But today, probably one of the greatest things we do together is we go to retreats. Mike would say, yeah, one of the greatest things we do together is go to silent retreats, because Dina doesn't get to talk at those. Seriously, though, it's just a time that we grow in our faith, and we always grow closer. Every time we go to one of those silent retreats, we spend a lot of time hiking and walking together. We can pray together, so even though it's silent retreat, we do still get to pray together, and that's just really special. We didn't have that when we first got married. We weren't praying together. I was reading the Bible. He wasn't even a Catholic yet. So I would say, yeah, do the preparation work before you get married, if you can. If you're already married, still, go through the programs and go to retreats. Make it a habit, at least annually, to go on a marriage retreat.
What's one of your favorite qualities about Mike?
Mm, he likes me just the way I am. He's always been so supportive, Matthew. It's never he's never been critical of me, through the busyness of, being a CEO of a large company and, trying to raise two kids at the same time, trying to keep our relationship strong in our marriage. Mike has always loved me and been supportive. And never criticize. I'm criticizing stupid little things, right? Like around the house, but never criticizing me and my leadership role as a mother or as somebody leading a company.